For yard work, I needed a utility cart. That's what my SO told me. So we started looking at them. And the ones in the big box stores, they were very lightly made. They may claim that they hold a lot of weight, but I started reading reviews and the axles bend, the bodies twist. No, not interested. I wanted a two-wheeled cart, not a four-wheel, not like a little red wagon style. I wanted two-wheel. So I looked at the ones that are made with bicycle wheels. I wasn't really thrilled with the way those things were built, that they weren't built heavy enough, plus they're bicycle wheels. I need something a lot heavier. So what I discovered out in a field was an old early 60s Honda. It was either a CT200 or a CT90, which was a CT90 basically. And it had been laying outside for about 25 years. So I got the tires and with the whole rim assemblies. I got them along with the axles and the collars. And with that and some other parts, I'm going to build a utility cart. And the idea is that this cart is going to be very maneuverable, easy to load, easy to roll, easy to pull when there's a lot of weight in it. That's what I'm shooting for. So we'll see how I do. From that old Honda Trail 90, I got the two wheels and then I got axles. The tires are 25 years old. They're shot, but that's okay. I got the rim, a lot of rust. I'll clean that up. Put I don't think I'm going to put the rubber strip. I'm going to use duct tape. But all in all, the rims are going to be okay. They're going to be stronger than the bicycle tires that are normally used. So I got my little tractor trailer mud flap. I got my tools. I'm going to take that other wheel off. Well, with the second tire off, the rim is marginally better than the first. Marginally. That rim, I think that it stopped more water getting in over the years, because it laid outside for about 25 years. So anyway, that's the mess right there. That's going to get cleaned up. And I'm waiting on new tires and tubes to mount on there, and we'll be good to go, at least for the rolling part. So what I've done is I've wire brushed them and got the majority of the rust off. Now I've got some Rust-Oleum rust reformer, and I'm going to spray just like that on both rims, and then I will put some duct tape down. I'm not going to use those rubber straps, and that is how I'm going to save those rims. So this is the axle that I'm going to use for the cart. It is a 1-inch black iron piece of water pipe, 3 feet long, 36 inches. There is one of the Honda axles. There's the other Honda axle. The way I attached them is, if you notice right here, I cut that section of the pipe away. Then I took the axle, set it inside, welded it in place so it was straight, welded a collar that was originally on the axle right on the end right there. Then put the top piece back on, and you can see I welded that in all the way around. And then I did the same on the other side, and that is going to be my axle. Infinitely strong. Now for this build, I'm going to try to use mostly off-the-shelf parts. There's going to be very little fabricating. So this box came from Monster Scooter Parts, and it's supposed to have my tires and tubes. And of course the little sign says, "Caution when opening with sharp objects," so that's why I'm using a sharp object. So assuming I use the correct amount of caution, I have 2 tires that appear to be Day-Glo and 2 tubes. And let's see, 2.5017 tire and tube. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is unwrap those tires, get around here, and let them sit out in the sun and warm up. And when they get warm, I'll see about putting them on those motorcycle rims. Cutting this Day-Glo plastic off the tires, you can see that they're rib. I figured that would work better than the pattern that was on the rims. And then they have these little spacers, I guess, to keep the tire apart. It's going to make it easier to install. There we go. Okay, let's see if this one, oh, what do we got? Each one load rating is 297 pounds. So that'll be about 600 pounds for the total. I think it's more than enough. Looks like there might have been some kind of a brand right there, but never saw a tire that didn't have a brand. Made the 23rd week of 23, so they're reasonably new. Alrighty, just got to clean this mess up and let them warm up in the sun, and we'll see about changing tires. Got my roll of duct tape, and I've got little pieces that I've torn off so to make it a little bit narrower, and I'm going to put it on this. And see, that will cover the spoke nipples, and then I'll just continue going all the way around. When you get it done, this is what you got. The duct tape is going to cover the majority of the rust and all of the spoke nipples to protect the tube. That's really all that rubber strip ever did. So we're going to go with that. Got to do the other rim. So the next step in the wheels is to take the warm tire and put it on the rim. So it's been sitting in the sun, so it's warm. Funny, I went down to Napa to get some tire lubricant. They don't carry it. So, old school, use some dish detergent. Can't believe that an auto parts store wouldn't carry tire lubricant. So we'll just go old school. course, I don't have a tire machine, but doesn't much matter. You got good tire irons. If you don't have tire irons, you're probably just going to have to get somebody to do it for you. So you just work yourself around. There. It's on just like that. So I'm going to take a tube and put that in. Valve core. What I got to do is take my jackknife and open up that hole where the valve's supposed to go. Like that. Once you get the tube in the hole in the rim, then you've got to fit the tube in the tire all the way around it. Make sure that it goes in. And one of the tricks is you pre-inflate it to get it to match the tire. That helps immensely. So what I got to do is, before I put air to the tube, I want to make sure that it doesn't suck up in and I lose it, because it can. The stem can suck up in, so I got to get the nut on it. Just to keep it from doing that. And we'll just give it a little shot of air. That will get it to form to the rim and the tire. Then I can just put the tire on. But at this point, I've got the Dawn on the tire. I've got the tube pushed back, and the first grab to drop the tire into the bead. And you got to be very careful not to grab the tube. Doesn't hurt to put your knee on it. You got a little curved area right there. And you want to go in and grab it, and then come around and take little bites. And the tire's getting nice and warm from the sun, which helps immensely. Cold tires are miserable. And this small tire, I just hold it down with my hand. Bigger ones, you may have to even use a third tire iron. Make sure the tire is down in the groove or the depression of the rim. There. Tire's on. Now I should be able to hit it with air, and it'll pop the
bead and bring the tube out. Like that. So then I can just tighten down that nut on the valve stem with my 12mm wrench. There we go. So now I got to put the valve core in and then inflate it to, oh, they said a maximum of 30, what did they say, 33? Yeah, 33. Well, I don't think I'm going to go to 33. I'm probably going to start at like 25. There we go. And we're going to put some air in it. See how we're doing. Wow, that's 40 already. Tiny tire. 15. I'm used to much bigger tires. There's 25 right there. So, that one's done. Tires beaded good. We're good to go. Yep. Alrighty. There's one. Got to do the other one. Now that I got both tires changed, I'm going to put the wheels on the axles. I greased the bearings. So that goes on. And I guess that goes on. And I don't know. I'll go like this. Put that on kind of loose. Bring this around. This on. Like that. I don't know what those washers went to. Whatever. We can put this nut on. Like that. I have to get that tightened up, but anyway, that's what we're going to have. And it's going to roll like that. So it's going to be very maneuverable.